You must learn the ways of the Force if you are to come with me to Tunisia.
So one of the things that we're super excited about here in Tunisia is, you may or may not be aware, but 50 years ago, this is where George Lucas came to film the original Star Wars movies. So in this video, join me and Obi-Wan Kenobi as we take you around Tunisia to visit all the Star Wars filming locations. We begin our Star Wars tour on Djerba Island in the south. This island is known for its beach resorts, but there are actually 3 Star Wars filming locations here. The first is Old Ben's house. This was where they filmed the exterior of Ben Kenobi's house in episode 4, A New Hope. Okay, so we've just got here to Ben Kenobi's house and here comes Ben Kenobi. There's seriously a guy wearing like a cloak like old Ben Kenobi.
Just to show we weren't kidding, he's all Ben going back the other way. In his robe. He's mysterious.
That was so funny.
What we didn't realise is that these cloaks are worn by many of the locals, which makes me wonder if they modelled Obi-Wan Kenobi's costume on the local robes. Nigel really liked them and wanted one for himself. After he'd bought it, we returned to Old Ben's house to get some more shots. When we arrived, a local fisherman had parked his bike at the house. When he realised we were Star Wars fans, he moved it for us. And then he wanted to join the fun.
Right, well, we have arrived at the Mos Eisley Cantina. Shall we go in for a drink?
Yeah, and I've got my lightsaber as insurance, just in case.
Please don't chop any arms off. And our droids are going to have to wait outside because they don't serve their kind in here.
They don't.
Oh no, a stormtrooper!
All right, I'm under control here.
The Mos Eisley Cantina set is in the ruins of an old bakery in the town of Ajim. Very few tourists seem to come here, and sadly the cantina, the bakery, is in a sorry state. We're not sure who put these Star Wars mosaics up, but they're pretty cool, hey?
And this place here, which is now a mosque, this is where they filmed the scenes for Tosche Station, where Luke went to pick up his power converters. This scene was deleted, but if you search Tosche Station deleted scene on Google, you'll find a whole lot of this set. And what's really cool is right by the sea, there's all these fishermen. Nigel feeding the world's stray dogs.
One happy dog.
Yeah. Okay, friends. We have just arrived at one of the most important Star Wars places in all of Tunisia.
This is the town of Matmata. It's known for its traditional Berber troglodyte houses, which are homes buried underground, and of course for this place.
We've got the call to prayer at the mosque. We are at the Hotel Sidi Idris. So this was where they filmed the interior of the Lars Homestead. So where Luke lived,
Staying with his uncle and aunt.
Yeah, Uncle Owen and Aunt Baru. So let's go in. So the hotel is still in operation and you can stay in any of these rooms like Princess Leia, R2-D2 or Dark Vader. There you go. Use the Force, Luke. Oh my God.
Hello.
This is Star Wars, we see Star Wars bar, we see 5 house together.
Uh-huh.
Yes, welcome.
Feels crazy to be here.
We do think it's quite funny though that they can't get his name right. Dark Vador.
Okay, let's recreate some scenes.
Yes, coming, Emperor.
Yeah, I think this is where they sat and filmed having their blue milk.
There's your blue milk.
This is the spot. Oh my God. Oh, there you go. Grab one of those lightsabers. We've got stickers. This is one of those crazy once in a lifetime experiences. I'm so glad we came here. Touristy, but well worth it.
So now that all the lunchtime tourists have gone, we've had this area to ourselves. It's been great.
Yeah. So the set is actually based at this hotel called the Sidi Idris, and you can stay here overnight. You can also stop here. We had lunch here, which was really nice, and it was 20 dinar per person. We've just sat down in the restaurant in the hotel Sidi Idris. And now for the couscous. Nigel got my egg.
That's really good.
It's good. But this is the actual Star Wars set in behind all this razor wire. We have come to Ksar Hadada, and this is where they filmed a lot of the scenes of Tatooine in episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It's the slave quarters where Anakin, young Anakin, lived with his mother, Shmi Skywalker.
Filmed in 1997.
This is the Hotel Ksar Hadada. You have to pay 2 dinar to come in here, and it's, as you can see, quite touristy. It's quite a bit of paraphernalia. Well, for a hotel, there's no doors on the rooms. It's a little bit in a bit of a state of disrepair.
So what are you doing, Susie?
Well, we're going to find this exact spot of the scene where Qui-Gon was talking to Shmi about who Anakin's father was, or wasn't.
All right, and it's down this lane somewhere.
So we're trying to find this place from the movie.
All these
Yeah.
photos are from here.
This is the spot we're looking for, that one there. Oh yeah, it's a lot more developed down here. Okay, we came up on this roof and now I think we've found the spot. We're going to recreate this scene without the cat.
While we were getting this shot, one of the waiters came up and told us the exact spot to shoot from and took this photo for us. Nigel also wanted to recreate this one. Next, we drove into the centre of Medinine to find the place where Shmi had waved goodbye to little Anakin when he was leaving with Qui-Gon. This Ksar is right in the middle of the city.
This is where they filmed a lot of the scenes of the slave quarters.
We found the spot. It's looking very, very run down. There's still people using these rooms for storage.
Yeah, they must be.
It's padlocked. Some of them are done up.
Yeah.
Most of them are pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the old one that's okay.
If you do come here, don't miss the Berber Museum, which is in another part of this Ksar. It was really interesting, and this lovely fellow showed us around.
Wow, this is, I don't know, day 4 or day 5 that we've been staying here at the Star Wars Canyon. At this Star Wars site, we had read that you needed to have a guide to bring you in here and 4-wheel drives and all that business. Not true. You can just drive here. We've been parked up here in the car park for a couple of days and you can find the spots quite easily. So this spot behind us is known as Djerba Rock, and this is where R2-D2 basically came down this little slope there, and the Jawas were hiding behind this rock and they leaped out and grabbed him.
So scene 2, Act 1. Sue is R2D2 about to get zapped by the Jawas, and action! And zapping! Zzz.
And if you think I was geeky, check out the Jawa here. There were a couple of scenes filmed in this part of the canyon when they finally find R2 and then Luke gets attacked by the Tusken Raiders was filmed here. Ben Kenobi comes down and scares off the Tusken Raiders and revives Luke, and then they head back to Ben's place. And a couple of things that you can recognise here. Firstly, that rock up there which is shaped a bit like an anvil. And then secondly, there's these markings with the squares and the person walking on the canyon wall here, and you can actually see those in the film. And there's also a couple of spots here where it says Star Wars. Very old paint, but you can see this here in the red on this rock here.
Oh, it's okay. He'll be okay. Oh.
Ben Kenobi? Boy, am I glad to see you.
Well, the Jundam wastes are not to be travelled lightly, young Luke. Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's the name I haven't heard for a very long time.
Danger, sand.
So far we'd visited sets that were in places that already existed, but there are a couple of fully constructed sets here. The first is Mos Espa, out in the desert. Be warned if you come out here, the guys with camels are very enthusiastic in offering you a ride or a photo.
I'm going to step out of the van and be like accosted by a camel herder. Oh, look at the camel. No, I don't want a photo with the camel. We've come out here to Mos Espa. So this, and with all our camel friends, this was a set that they built for the prequel movies, The Phantom Menace.
There's a few menaces here.
So this was designed as Mos Espa, the slave quarters on Tatooine. Yeah, have a look inside. And I think some of them are like, it's not like a real house, is it? Yeah, you can just see how it's been constructed, like a film set. So it's all just for the outside.
Plastered over,
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not actual houses.
This really does give good perspective on how it's a set. Cleverly done, all the same.
And it's a pity that they've just let it kind of go, because it could be really cool.
Yeah, it's just a shame that you've got all these bloody...
I know. Well, friends, we are parked up here by the side of the road. It's a very busy road. It's one of the main roads that goes between Tunisia and Algeria. We're actually not that far from the Algerian border. Anyway, we're going for a walk about 2 kilometres in that direction to our final Star Wars site. It's a long way, longer than I thought. I'm only about halfway there. Gotta find them. Pay our respects. Well, after half an hour's very quick walk across the salt flats, we've made it. Look at this. We're at the Lars Homestead, and just here is where it goes down into the house. So the entry is through here. So this is actually, looks like it's a film set too. Like they built this just for the film. I did not realise that. Anyway, that's there. You can press the button to be let in. And then the part where Luke comes to yell down is over here. But it's nothing.
And it should be this.
But here we are. It feels so amazing. This is where they filmed the exterior of the Lars Homestead. So this was in the original Star Wars movie, of course, and also in the second one and the third one, where Anakin comes back here.
Poor old thing's in a bit of a sad state of disrepair. Work's not done on this structure. It's going to completely fall apart. The desert's kind of taking over. There we go. That explains that there is. There has been work done in the past. 2011, $10,000 spent to restore this movie location.
And as the sun sets, another day in the desert.
Now, you might be wondering about the town of Tatooine that gave its name to the planet. We came to check out Star Wars House that we saw on Google Maps.
What is that black thing? Is it?
It's meant to be Darth Vader.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's so bad.
Look at
There's Luke, and I don't know who's the one in blue.
Is it Luke?
That's Luke, I think the white one. And
Yeah,
3PO there.
well, you can look, you can see, hang on, I need to come around, then you can see Yoda, look.
Where's Yoda? Oh my god.
There's Yoda, look at him. Cracker.
Oh my god.
We're going to get a closer look, shall we?
Yeah. A more wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's closed. Bummer. We can't go into the Star Wars house. You just have to look at it from the outside. It's actually quite amusing.
So there's C-3PO. You gotta admire their effort. Looks like they were trying to build something else down there. Maybe like a underground dwelling or something like that. Oh, it's too funny. For a Yoda looks a bit ordinary. Oh, come to visit me, you have.
Yeah, that's actually quite humorous. What was that, Nigel?
Oh, feel bad, I do. No, it's like, yeah, I feel sad for them. They made a bit of an effort to. It's hard to know what to say, is it?
I know, I feel like we're poking fun when we laugh.
Poking fun at them, we are.
But, yeah, how do you really take it seriously?
And that's a wrap. Now, we had so much fun making this video, and we do hope you got a few laughs out of it. Check out our full playlist from Tunisia if you've missed a few videos. And join us next week as we return to Sicily. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.